Hi guys, this is Tim Queen, and today we're going to talk about how to get started with video marketing for your business in 2020 and how to get comfortable on camera if you have never done a video in your life. Now, the first thing I want you to realize is that quantity beats quality. A lot of times I see many people starting out with video marketing and they're getting really fancy and they're trying to do everything perfect. They're getting the super expensive 5,000 pound camera and they're getting the lighting and they're getting the microphone and they're getting the super tripod. Then they're putting everything together and then they're recording it and they realize actually the technique doesn't make them look good on camera. And then they're getting frustrated. And then they put everything like nicely back in the closet and then they spend all of this money for something that's getting dust. So it's far more important to get in the right number of training videos to get good quickly. Now let me rank you the 4 factors from most important to least important that make you look great on camera. The number 1 factor for determining the quality and how your audience perceives you is performance. That means how are you acting on camera? How comfortable are you? How happy are you to use your voice, to use your hands, to get a dynamic energy between you and the audience? How well can you perform on camera? And that's also one of the most difficult parts to get right. The second most important factor for getting people to like your videos, to be comfortable on camera, is that you have great content, something that nobody else is talking about. Find a blue ocean where you are the only one providing the content, the information, the answer to someone's question, how they can resolve something. By carefully planning out your content, your video idea, and mapping out your script, you can quickly stand out by being the only source of resource for a particular topic. The third important factor is the gear. You can get started really quickly with a modern day smartphone and a lavalier microphone. This will give you great video, great audio quality, and in terms of lighting, film during the day, ideally in summertime, film outdoors. This will get you the best possible lighting that you can get. It's really not important to get the most expensive gear. If you want to upgrade, think about upgrading your lighting and your audio first before you start thinking about getting a more expensive camera. Audio really matters, especially if you're recording in a noisy environment. It's far better to get a better quality microphone to record you. If you can't record outside, or maybe if it's windy, invest in a good lighting system. You can get a softbox or a ring light for about $100 to $200, and this will greatly improve the quality of your videos. And you can get better results with the right lighting and a cheap camera than with a good camera and bad lighting. And then the 4th factor, which is helping you to stand out, that's the presentation. That's how you're editing it. That's how you're using like cuts and transitions and effects to get the last bit of quality out from your video. And this is the least important factor. If you want to get started, focus really on performance, then focus on developing better quality content, then invest in better quality gear, and then last thing, think about getting fancy with effects and editing to get your videos perfect. It's really important to understand that your performance will only ever get better with practice. So here I'm going to teach you how to practice, how to put this into action, how to become really comfortable on camera. But before I get into the 3 steps, I want to talk about something that you have to understand before we do anything. You are gonna be terrible on camera. You're gonna sound weird, you're gonna move weirdly, you're gonna look really odd, especially if you have never seen yourself on camera. If all you know is you're in the mirror, you will feel really odd about yourself. You will feel stressed, you tense up. Then when you tense up, you're not relaxed. You're getting all of this tension in your language. Then you don't know where to look. You might get this like deer in the headlights situation where like having this laser focus and your eyes are not moving around and people can see the fear in your eyes. You're stressed, your adrenaline is here and you're talking very monotone, or you're talking too excited, or you're switching between talking too soft to talking too loud, and you don't just know how to do it. And that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about this at all. This will be resolved with the next few steps. And just like a quick note in between, if you're thinking about why do you look odd on video versus looking into the mirror, it's because the mirror is reflecting both sides and the camera will show you correctly how everyone else is seeing. When you're looking into the mirror, you're basically seeing yourself across. Well, when you're looking at the camera, it will be straight. That's why sides left and right are switched. And this is why most people feel very odd when they see themselves first on camera. And the second part is I want to talk about when you're hearing your own voice, you will think it's very odd. You sound completely different. But realize this. This is how you sound to everyone else. The microphone is correct. It shows you the truth, the reality, how everyone else has known you. Everyone else has known your voice only like that. They don't know how you sound in your own head. They hear you with exactly that voice that you think maybe is super annoying. That's how they got to know you. That's how they see you every day. That's how they got to like you. So don't worry about that. So step one, we get better with every video we record, bit by bit, step by step, just by exposing yourself to the camera, just by looking into the camera, feeling the fear, you will realize the camera is not here to kill you. After a while, you will be quite comfortable looking into the lens and don't feel awkward anymore. And by doing this on a daily basis, by recording one new video every day, by putting out a new video every day, you will feel more and more comfortable. And you just need the reference experience of doing it over and over and over again until you feel comfortable. At some point, you're going to relax. You might be super tense up in the beginning, but over time it will become less and less and less. And then over time you're relaxing and you're feeling much more comfortable. And that's how you're getting better. And people will feel more connected with you once you're relaxing in front of the camera. Now, step number two is you have to get comfortable to listen and to watch yourself on camera. And what I recommend is that you're recording a video and you're forcing yourself to watch it over and over again. And one of the best ways how you can practice watching is actually by doing the editing software, where you're forced to listen to yourself over and over again. If you don't want to start editing, just expose yourself at least for half an hour watching yourself on camera. If you have like a smartphone, put your voice track on your smartphone and listen to it when you're like driving to work. It's really important that you're getting used to listening to your own voice and seeing yourself on camera. Once you're not feeling awkward about this anymore, you don't worry about this while you're filming. This is something that is happening in a lot of people's mind. They're worried about because they imagine, oh my God, I'm going to sound and look odd again. But if you can take that away by just getting used to that, you're taking away another fear that is helping you to relax in front of the camera. Being great on camera is a skill. Some people estimate that it takes roughly about 10,000 hours of consistent practice to become a master in any given subject. And for videos I've found, you're actually getting good really fast. Think about the 80-20 principle. We can use 20% of the time to get 80% of the performance right. We will never get to 100%. There's always something new to learn, always something how you can better. And some days you're just like not feeling it and there's just not the energy right. But over time you can get to 81%, 82%. It will become slower, the progress over time. You might have to talk to an expert who is giving you some one-to-one coaching of one very specific feedback to really improve after you have reached the 80% mark. But you can get to the 80% mark really fast by implementing the following strategy. I found consistently recording yourself one video at a time for about 3 months, or roughly about 100 videos, is the perfect duration to get you to 80% of the performance. Now I want you to plan this time in and commit to publishing the videos either way. Even if you don't like them, even if you feel you're performing weak, if you don't like your voice, you're still going to put them out, because putting them out has a very specific function. It makes you getting used to the audience giving you feedback. Some people will give you some really bad feedback, and that's completely fine. You will get used to the fact that some people will always tell you their opinion. They don't care. They're always out there to tell people how bad they're doing. They're just like there to annoy people. And this will also help you. Once you're getting used to getting some negative feedback from some people, you feel more relaxed. You don't care about this anymore. You realize actually what you were worrying about, like putting yourself out there, doesn't affect you. It doesn't matter what those people think. They're just there to annoy everyone. And this will give you like another peace of mind. When you don't worry about any of those haters anymore, you become way more relaxed in front of your camera. Put your videos out, see what's happening. You will realize that a lot of people give you valuable feedback. They will ask you questions that can be great topic ideas for your next video. Get the feedback and use that to become better and to develop your performance better. Do little small experiments. Every video you make, think about like one thing you might try differently. See it as a learning period. The first 3 months to get really good at creating videos is well worth the time to putting out those videos. And then over time, you will realize after 3 months, 4 months, your videos becoming really good. Your audience is growing quickly. You're getting more views. The view duration is going up. Your engagement is going up. You're getting more likes, more comments, more shares. And as you're getting those positive feedback signals, you will get better and better content. And if you still worry about it, you can make yourself a promise. You can delete or hide the first 3 months of video content once you reach your 10,000, 100,000, a million followers on YouTube or LinkedIn. So don't worry about this. And if you want to learn more about how to build a following on LinkedIn in 2020, how to go from 0 to 10,000 followers fast, check out this video over here where I share 50 of my best tips. And if you want to get more LinkedIn marketing strategy videos in your inbox, make sure that you subscribe and turn the notification bell on. And I'll see you in the next video.